it's you. Instincts will never deceive you. When life really kicks, learn to catch those falling breaks. I try to run, I try to hide. But in myself, I tell myself it's okay.
My favorite part of the jam.
I try to run, I try to hide. I forget so right in my side. I tell myself it's all again, but the truth remains another. I pick it up out of head. I think of what I've done and said, but it's never quite enough. Life will always be a little tough.
Well, I was auditioning for singing background for debheads.
Oh, it's been a long day.
Huh?
Lamont's going, how did this come about?
What was the question again?
Anything is possible.
Paul Cooper thought of this idea of putting Lamont and I together because in my live show, I perform a lot of Lamont songs. I do a whole Motown medley. And I mean, I do Stop in the Name of Love and all these, you know, these tunes that he wrote. And I feel like that 60s music's really in my blood. So he thought it could be a cool collaboration. And it's been so much fun. We just have the best time. He puts up tracks and I immediately get ideas. It's like we're on the same wavelength, and you know, I write melody and lyrics, and it's like I go in and do a rough vocal on it right away, and it's just, we had this one day where we wrote and demoed like three songs in one day, and they're all ending up on the album. It was just this really fun, exciting, energetic, spontaneous kind of day, and I gotta remember that date. I have it marked down somewhere.
Okay, all right. Once again.
Oh. Well, hello there. You caught me going over the old choreography from Anything Is Possible. Happy birthday, Anything Is Possible. Holy cow. Hi, Deb. Hi, debheads. Hi, Cliff. So Cliff asked me to do this cameo because it's 30 years of Anything Is Possible. And you know, funny story is that we had already choreographed a whole video for a different song. And about 2 days before, I got a phone call saying, guess what, we're not going with that song. And so I had to re-choreograph for Anything Is Possible. I had about 30 dancers. I stayed up all night long with my assistant, Cynthia Davila. And we came up with what we came up with. And truthfully, I love it. I wouldn't have had it any other way because I was trying to do something iconic and timeless, and I was just watching the video before, and I think we have that. I think that choreo still holds its own, and it says something, so I'm proud of that. So remember guys, 30 years later, but anything is possible. You know how I know that? Because I can still do one of these. Happy birthday, Anything Is Possible. Mwah.
to it. Anything, no matter what it is, it's possible. I say anything is possible. No matter what it is, it's possible.
kind of know how it started and how it happened in a way, because I felt I made every step happen and my parents helped make every step happen. Nothing came as a total shock because it was really like, one step at a time.
元ティーンアイドルのデビー・ギブソンはファンが一緒に成長してくれることを願っていますが、同時にこの業界の厳しさも認識しています。
To me, I want to always maintain a certain level of consistency. I don't care if I'm like the hottest thing this month or whatever. I really want to grow gradually, and I think that's the way to do it.
音楽界で長い間活躍する秘訣は自分で作曲を手掛けることです。その点彼女は有利です。
Ideas come in weird ways and at weird times. I'm like, I thank God for these ideas because I don't know where they come from sometimes. I'll be sitting there and I'll just start going, anything is possible, and I don't know where that came from.
ルックスが洗練されたとしてもイメージは変わらずクリーンのままです。
I just don't curse because it's like when a little kid tries to use a big word and it sounds stupid, like it's not part of their normal vocabulary. That's what I sound like.
Hi, Debbie. Wow, 30 years ago, your third baby was born. Wow, 30 years ago. I have good memories from Anything Is Possible. 30 years ago, the TV stations, local station in Chile, promoted your video all the week. And I was waiting all week for your Anything Is Possible video. When the day is come, I have my VHS recorded all the TV program, because I don't wanna miss anything of the video. And I remember when I recorded the video, played maybe the month entirely, the next month entirely, all day, every day. And Anything Is Possible for me is very special because I bought my first CD in my life for any artist was Anything Is Possible, and that's the CD. This one is very special. This CD for me. So now I have a good collection of that album. I have the Japanese version. I have this one with the long box. I have this single and this other one. I have the album. I have many singles from Anything Is Possible. I have the cassette. I had some vinyls. This is one of my favorite. You look beautiful. And this photo is iconic. You need a t-shirt with that photo. I know. Yes, I will buy if you drops a new t-shirt with that photo. So, happy birthday, Anything Is Possible. Happy birthday for your third boy, girl, child. I don't know how to say, but happy birthday for your third album, your baby. Yes, your baby. Mwah. Besos, Debbie. Besos for you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Ciao.
Yeah.
And what about this new album? Now, we were just talking about 16 new songs, and you wrote all of them, and some of them in conjunction with someone else?
Yes, I wrote 4 songs with Lamont, who some of you may know from Stop in the Name of Love, Jimmy Mack, Heat Wave. He wrote like...
He's a legend, this guy in the music business.
Yeah, and so that was a really big thrill to work with him, because I've been a fan of his music, forever.
But Deborah, I listened to this album yesterday and enjoyed it very much. Lots and lots of energy, but I call you Deborah now because you read the credits produced by Deborah, keyboard synthesizer by Deborah Gibson.
Oh, it's no longer Debbie?
No.
It's but in the
Oh,
credits it says Deborah.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I know,
Deborah.
but you know, it's funny. It's like it was. It was always Deborah personally, but I could never get anyone to call me that because people automatically call you by nicknames and they always call you Debbie. But on the first two albums, it was the same way. If you go back and look,
Oh,
so
was it?
it's not, yeah, it's just
So
everyone
we're not
always
going
call
to
me
change
Debbie.
the
I
name.
think. No,
It's
I'm
going
not
to be-
gonna. Yeah.
Now, are you still recording in your own homemade studio? Where you...
Yeah. Originally, I was just doing demos there. Now we got it upgraded. It's 48 track, and that's where I've been.
Is
I
that
recorded.
the garage next to the house, or what is that?
Well, we did not. We built a level on top of the garage.
Oh,
now.
wow. So you got a whole...
Pretty soon you're going to have to move, you know? I mean,
So
Now she can't move.
now she can't move.
no, I know. I think I'm going to be in this house for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, how do you write 16 songs? I mean, how long does it take you to write a song?
Well, see, I started writing this album from the time that I was mixing the last album. So,
In your head you started
I've been like accumulating those songs because I write constantly, and I just picked my 16 favorites from all of those. And like I said
Out of
before,
how many had you written? That you got 16 that you felt were good enough to perform?
I probably write like 100 songs in a year because I write like it's like keeping a diary for me. I write about every little thing that happens, and some of it, you know.
Got all that music in her head.
Some interesting lyrics in this one, too. Real grown-up stuff about, you know...
About what?
Well, these things, you know what I hate about CDs? They're impossible to get open.
I know.
It would take the entire time to get it open and get to the lyrics.
Oh, the lyrics are on the
You could
inside.
just decapitate me, you know,
Yeah.
just scissor cut.
Well, let's take a look at a clip of Debbie at work, you know,
Yes.
putting together. Now, you have the video that goes along with some
Yeah.
of these songs? Yeah.
And you made fun of my first one, so let's see what you have to say about this.
All right, but now this is just Debbie at work. Now, they're rehearsing the video. Let's take a look at this right now. And we'll show you the finished product. Is there a moral behind this?
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. What this video is really showing is if you watch the whole thing, there are different vignettes of people in bad situations and how they're trying to get out of them. And, you know, I'm really trying to say that I'm realistic and I'm optimistic. I know there are problems, but you have to try to do something about your problems, and then anything will be possible.
So you're on the roof, dancers below.
I'm just, with me on the roof is just, I'm kind of narrating the whole thing, kind
Did
of
you have to
overlooking
wear those
the-
boots?
Yeah.
I mean, did you have to wear those boots?
You don't like them?
Well, if her mother lets her wear them, it's really not...
They're go-go boots, you know, they're the high...
Yeah, but Debbie, you know, you were just 15 the other day.
You know why he worries, Debbie? Because
So are
of
you,
his own-
Regis, and look at you now.
Right.
Look
His
at,
own
look what
teenage
happened to me.
daughters, that's what scares him to death. Because when you're
Scares
growing
me
up,
to
that
death.
means they
You're
are,
not
too.
dating or anything, are you? You're only 20 years old.
I'm only 20. You know, it's so funny. It's like, as long as you're in the public eye, you know, you always say, walk around saying, no, I'm not dating anyone. People are going to start thinking there's something wrong with me, you know? Sure, I date.
Do you really?
But anybody in particular is what he wants to know.
Well, nobody you know.
Good.
You know, I'm sure you got a lot of young guys that they got a big crush on you, but I mean, would you ever date just a humble little fan?
Well, see, I mean, the people I date, I really don't date people in the business for the most part. You know, I meet people in roundabout kinds of ways, but for the most part, I don't really have a lot of friends in the music business either. They're mainly my friends from home.
Oh, so you're dating some guy from home?
Last time I told you about who I was dating, you said, oh, it's probably some high school geek, and he got kind of offended, so, you know.
Well, he was a high school geek.
Now he's a college geek.
Another college geek.
Now he's a college geek, and he's
Sure.
probably watching again. And
Who cares?
But it's the same guy. That means it's a long-term
Is it the
relationship.
same guy?
No, it's
oh,
not
you
the
got rid
same
of the
guy.
geek. Didn't I tell you to get rid of the geek? Sure. Throw the geek out. We don't
Have
want him
fun,
around.
you're young. My goodness.
Don't have too much fun, baby. All right, now, you saw the rehearsal for that
Right.
Well, that was a
video.
recording session.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. I started with the recording session. That was at Lamont's house. I went out there, and we wrote 3 songs in one day, one of which was the title track, Anything Is Possible, and recorded a lot of the vocals that day, too. So what you saw was, like, be doing the final vocal.
Marathon
Right,
session.
right, the final
Yeah.
vocal. But then they
Then
made
the
the
making
video.
of the video.
Yes.
She's not on the roof recording this song, you know. She's on the making the
Oh,
video.
thank you for explaining
Okay.
that to me, Reed.
Well, Tuesday's a very quiet day for her. Whatever it is, Thursday's, maybe it's Friday. Every day is a quiet day. All right, let's see the finished product, all right? Here we
All
go.
right.
Let's see it. Anything is possible. Debbie Gibson in action.
You got him grooving to it, Deb.
You got me grooving, but I'm trying to
you know
figure
what
out the
else?
plot
Well,
of the video.
Well, you know what else we tied into it also, what's going on in Saudi Arabia with the troops, because in the beginning you see a soldier going off to war, and at the end you see him coming home, war is over. That's to kind of tie it into current
But
events
what
also.
we saw, there was a family in the kitchen, there was a woman holding a letter here.
Yeah, okay.
You were on the roof.
There's a family, the guy was reading the classifieds,
Looking for a job.
looking for a job.
Gotcha.
Then a girl with a letter, maybe she has a friend and boyfriend, whatever, that went
Maybe
away.
it's the guy who went away, yeah. Right.
Actually, it's not, because that's a different girl.
Oh.
Wait, you have to see the whole video, Regis. That's why you don't understand it, because you haven't watched the whole thing.
You're bigger than your situation, right?
Very well put.
And anything is possible.
And look what she did here, huh? Thanks to Regis and Kathy Lee.
And Joan London, and Joan Rivers, and Arsenio Hall, and Oprah, and Phil, and Geraldo.
No!
Everybody in the business gotta thank you.
No. But who's first?
Right
That's
here.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much. It's very
Thank you.
sweet. Deb.
All right, the new album is right here. Anything is possible, and don't forget it. Debbie Gibson at 20.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
Next week on our
Hey Gibson, it is Cliffy D. Today, we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of this amazing album, Anything Is Possible. Can you believe it's 30? I can't. Where did the time go? Also celebrating with us is my friend Baby Yoda, and I have the vinyl as well of the album. Now I have to say, while I have the vinyl out, I love this photo at the back. This photo is, you look amazing, and if there was a signed photo of it that came out with the pics yesterday, I would have bought it like that. Okay. So casting back to 1990, I was all of 2 years old. I was really young, and I didn't really appreciate this album as much as I did the other two. I don't understand why. Maybe it was because I was young and I didn't really appreciate this album until the mid to late 1990s. That was a time when I was in a difficult period of my life. My father died, I was coming out, and I ran away. I moved to Sydney. I did a lot of stupid things when I was younger. And this album really spoke to me in that period. I love all the songs on it, you know, the energy side and the mood swing side. My favorite song is Sure, and that song really speaks to me. It reminds me of a time where I was dating someone a long time ago and I was really confused, and I don't know, I just really needed something to remind myself what was going on. And I don't really talk about my private life that much, and just like, you know, that song is a song that I love. It's been so fun reliving all the songs on Smule with a lot of the other debheads. We've done every song from Anything Is Possible, Another Brick Falls, right up to this so-called Miracle. And we also did the B-sides, and we also did Without You. Every song was great, fun to do, and fun to relive. So congratulations on 30 years of...
Sure, I was so sure until I just didn't know anymore. Thought no storm would come, and when it came, I had to, and I'll never be the same. Sweet days, they went so fast.
simplicity of ballads and everything. And let's say I also produced a few on the upbeat side and co-produced everything else was with Lamont Dozier, Jelly Bean, and Fred Zarr again.
I know Jelly Bean's on there. And you mentioned Lamont. You've always been pretty, songwriting's been a personal thing to you, I know, and not something you want to necessarily share with a lot of people. Was it tough bringing Lamont into the fold? He worked on 4 tracks.
Right, yes. Well, that all kind of happened by accident, but when someone like Lamont Dozier expresses interest in wanting to work with you, you kind of put everything aside and say, wait a minute.
How did that happen? I mean,
well, someone from Atlantic Records in Los Angeles knew that I was performing a Motown medley in my live show, and a lot of Lamont songs were in it. And, so he said to Lamont, do you want to work with Debbie? And he said to me, you want to work with Lamont? And I said, of course. And we were both into it, and we got together. And at first, like you said, I was like, I wonder if I'm really going to be able to perform something I co-wrote, because I've never done it before. And I didn't even know what to expect with co-writing. I'm saying, what do people sit around saying, well, I felt this way when I fell in love, and I felt this way. I really just didn't know what to expect. And how we worked was he would come up with a basic track and a few ideas and stuff, and I would finish it from there and do melody and lyrics. So we were kind of doing our own things and then putting it together.
So worked a little bit separately and then got together and brought it together.
But sometimes he would put up a track and I would write the verse and chorus right in front of him, so we would have all that energy going and everything. It was a lot of fun.
Well, sounds certainly what you came up with sounds good. In fact, we're going to give people a listen to the first release from the album, which is one of the songs you wrote with Lamont.
Yep.
This is Anything Is Possible, the title track from Debbie Gibson's new album. She'll be back to talk to us a little bit more later. Third album, third home video. This one called Live Around the World, and it's a little bit different from the ones you've released before, isn't it?
Yeah, really what I did with this album and this home video is I tried to give people more than what they would normally expect. Like the album has 16 tracks on it. This has the full concert, not the full concert. It's got about, I don't know how many songs from concert, 10 or so. Yeah. And it's got all the videos from the Electric Youth album. And it's got documentary footage. It's got the new video. It has a lot of different stuff to give people the overall picture.
It's from all over the place too.
Australia. Yeah, it's from Japan and Australia. People could get a sense of what the whole tour is like, and not just one show.
Yeah.
And there's some funny things in it. Like the Japanese fans coming up.
How was that tour? I mean, that was obviously your biggest tour yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Does it get to be a grind after a while? You enjoy it, or?
No, I enjoy it. Last time it was a little crazy because it was real nonstop. I didn't really take any time off. Usually should pace it a little better than that. But this time we're going to go to even more places. We're going to start in Southeast Asia. We're going to be at Rock in Rio. Let's see. We'll do Australia again, Japan, U.S.
Yeah. So we're going to get you after Orient and South America.
Yeah. I'll probably be in the U.S. In March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of show you got planned? I know the Electric Youth show was pretty over the top.
This is also even a little more theatrical. I mean, I love theater. I've always done musical theater. I love I love theatrics. I mean, I don't think that stuff, you can't depend on that for making a good show. You have to have a good, solid performance. And then when you add all it's like extra little, benefits, I think, for the audience. This time we're going to have 4 different looks for the sets. And I've got more dancers this time. We've got a lot of big production numbers. And then sometimes it comes down to just me and the piano. It's like a wide variety of things.
Good mix, yeah. You rehearsing that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So do you have any Christmas plans? Are you going to be home for Christmas?
Well, maybe I'll go buy you some clothes because I know exactly what you like.
We can buy each other things, and we know where to shop anyway. Right? Well, just to get Debbie and the rest of you in the Christmas spirit, we've got one from the very special Christmas album from just a few years back. This is U2. It's Christmas. Baby, please come home. I guess you will be home.
I will be home.
Baby.
Hey Deb, happy anniversary to Anything Is Possible. Happy 30th. I have such vivid memories of getting this album. I was visiting friends in New York, and it was the first time we were allowed to go into the city without adults. So we got the train and ended up at the mall under the World Trade Center, where I bought the tape because I didn't have a CD player back then. And then it was a busy couple of days and I didn't have a chance to listen to the tape. But on the trip home, I finally got to take my Walkman, stick the tape in it, put on my headphones, and I just listened to the thing from start to finish. And it was such a beautiful experience. And I remember hearing each song for the first time. It was just so peaceful and enjoyable. And I think the piano on One Hand, One Heart really stuck out the first time that I heard that album. I love this album, especially because of the versatility on it, and there's something for every mood. Thanks for all the beautiful music, and happy anniversary to you.
Okay, one thing I did kind of like find out a little bit, because, you know, sometimes I'll do concerts, and for all of you that have been with me for years and years, a lot of times you'll throw out songs that you want me to do, and I'm thinking, oh my God, please. A lot of people in the audience barely know the hits. I kind of have to do them. I can't do these weird little album tracks and stuff. So, again, I barely had 10 minutes today, but I reacquainted myself as best as I could with some of the oldies, but the obscure oldies. And so I'm going to do a little, like, Die Hard medley for you right now. Okay. Here we go. Day after day I try to earn my pay, go a little further, but the odds are never in my favor. Oh, whoa, whoa, another. I tell myself this can't go on very much longer, but when I put the last brick in the wall, whoa, whoa, another brick falls. I try to run, I try to hide, a thorn gets stuck right in my side. I tell myself it's all a game, but the truth remains another. I pick it up, I plow ahead, I think of all I've done and said, but it is never quite enough. Life will always be a little tough. Well, if it means calling you every night, I'm gonna make sure it works out right. Because deep down I know you're the one I will talk to when it comes. Deep down I know that you're the one. No one can say I didn't try. I'm not gonna sit around and cry when I could be making promises. Oh, where's my words? I don't know. Oh wait, feels so real, something I don't know. I got the feeling that someday there's gonna be like you and I. Deep down I feel it burning in my soul, and it won't let go. I'm losing all control. I feel it, baby, you know it's there, and it is.
Hey everyone, here with Tammy at Steel City Con, who had a question for me.
I did. So tell me the inspiration behind One Hand, One Heart. Was it West Side Story that was your inspiration?
It wasn't, although I love the make of our hands one hand. I love my Broadway, as you know. But actually, this is really funny. I had a jacket that I wore. I think I wore to events and maybe in the concert, maybe in a video that had a hand on one side and a heart on the other. And I literally was like, I'm going to write a song to match the jacket.
Fantastic.
And so that's the terribly romantic story of just you and I, one hand, one heart. Bye, you guys. Great question, Tammy.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Just you.
it's gone somehow, 'cause we came so close to forever. Now what's done is done. There'll be no resurrection. How can life break its promises? I even made this promise to myself. So close but never there again. Oh.
Happy anniversary. Anything is possible. It's hard to believe it's 30 years old already. Wow, where did the time go? Probably my most favorite album ever. It's always my go-to album. I was super lucky. I got it early. I was 12 years old at the time and was off of school that day it came out. So I was so excited to be able to get it that release day. So it brings back such great memories for me. My favorite songs are, of course, Anything's Possible. I love Where Have You Been? All the ballads. Everything on it is awesome. Such a classic. So happy anniversary, Anything Is Possible. You are a classic. It always will be. So much love to you, Deb.
What is up, Deb? Jill from Jacksonville and Hottie Toddy from Washington. Meeting up in O-Town, Orlando to celebrate 30 years of Anything Is Possible. Woohoo! Yeah! Wanted to tell you what the meaning of the album is for us. I'm going to start you out with Todd. Go ahead, Todd.
I just wanted to say really quick, it's so amazing. I just started a weight loss journey to get rid of all of this. And the energy upside is so positive and uplifting that it gets me through like the workouts. And it's just so positive. And the mood swing side, when you just want to like chill and mellow and every single song really you can relate to, then that's that side. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Deb. 30 years of Anything Is Possible. Love it.
Deb, I absolutely love the energy upside because I remember when I was younger, people really weren't positive. There was a lot of bullying going on. There was a lot of drama. But I listened to that album and I started believing in myself. I started believing in the future. And as you know, that's what helped me become a therapist. So I absolutely love that. The mood swing side has taught me a lot about my insights on love and relationships. And I am happy to say that I am engaged. Woo! I cannot wait to share a little bit more with you at another time, but I just want to tell you congratulations.
Anything is possible.
If you put your mind to it,
anything
is possible.
Break it down. Huh.
Always going to be one step ahead.
You know where you're lying when you're naked on the bed.
You never end up
wait,
in the bed.
I got the words wrong. Shame. I just totally got the words wrong to that song, and I know I did. But I'm not going to go back and react this video because
this is us in the raw, Deb, and we absolutely love you. Happy 30th on AIP, baby. Mwah.
Hi, Queen. It's Karen from DC. Happy 30th anniversary to AIP. This album is, and will always be such an important part of my journey. It always uplifts me, gives me that boost of confidence when I need it most. Always make sure that I don't come down, bring the energy up. And it always reminds me that yes, life will always be a little tough, but we're tougher, and always has me believing that truly anything is possible if we put our minds to it.
Why rely on anyone else? But don't come down, bring the energy up. Don't depend on fading love. Get what you just run instead. If you wanna be one step ahead. Energy up, don't depend on lady luck. Get what go run instead. If you wanna be one step ahead. This dream is holding me tight, keeping me up all night. Oh, it's not out of reach, just out of sight. Do you think I get it? Think I'm lazy at night? But this dream is holding me tight, keeping me tossing and turning. It's not out of reach, just out of sight. Do you think I get it? With the way I'm burning, I just might. It's time to rap. Always gotta be one step ahead. You know where you're at when you make your own bed. You'll never end up.
Happy 30th to Anything Is Possible, one of the greatest albums out there. Loved it at 13 when I got it. Love it now at 43. Can appreciate it more now, I think. I'm going through some life lessons, maybe. Have kids who use reverse psychology on me now. I try to use it on them, but I think they learned from the album to use it on me, because I do let them listen to it, and they love this album. Anything Is Possible. One of the best, one of the greatest dance songs, had story behind it. But my all-time favorite on this album would be Sure. Something about it hit me as a kid, and it hits me now as an adult. It's one of the most beautiful songs. I don't know. I just love it. So, yeah, I just wanted to wish you a happy 30th, Debbie Gibson, on Anything Is Possible. Keep doing you, and I love it.
Anything Is Possible is one of my all-time favorite albums. I love everything about it. I love the message behind it. I love the message that if you put your mind to it, anything is truly possible. It's a truly great album. A happy anniversary to a truly great album.
Hey Deborah, so this is for the anniversary of Anything Is Possible, and I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to put any of my Deb merchandise on, but this is a last minute. But I just wanted to take a minute to tell you what the album and the song means to me. It took me a little bit to get used to it at first. Not long, but because Electric Youth was always my favorite album, and is like definitely still one of my favorite albums today, but it didn't take me long to get used to it. There's so many good tracks on it, including B-side songs that I love. And it's just got so many good songs on it that I think it was underrated. But Anything Is Possible, you know, if you set your mind to it, ever since I was a kid, I've always used that motto in my life. And I think I said it so much that anytime I struggled, my mom would say, "Now remember what Debbie said." So, and I pretty much have it printed everywhere that I can. So it's always been a good model for me and helped me get through rough times and stuff. So it definitely has meant a lot to me through the years. So I just want to say happy anniversary to Anything Is Possible, and the entire album is awesome. It's definitely a gem, and like I said, it's definitely an underrated album because it's had so many good songs on it. And just happy anniversary. Bye.
Hi, it's Paul. Hey, I just wanted to do a quick video to celebrate a major milestone in pop music history. We are celebrating the 30-year anniversary of Debbie Gibson's third album, Anything Is Possible, which was released in November 1990. I bought the cassette as a freshman at Michigan State. I bought it the same day that I saw the movie Misery in the theater. Can't believe that that's already been 30 years ago. The title track, I think, is Deborah's strongest lead track from any of her albums. When I counted down my top 50 Deb songs this summer on Twitter in honor of her 50th birthday, Anything Is Possible ranked as my 6th all-time favorite Deb song. My all-time favorite Deb song is actually a B-side to the single One Hand, One Heart. That is the lovely, the most beautiful love song. And that song has become a favorite of many fans around the world. I was very fortunate in 2005 to attend DGIF Day and to sit across from Deborah as she played at the piano and sang that song. It really ranks as one of my all-time favorite Deborah moments. Other great songs from the album include This So-Called Miracle, In His Mind. I love the opening notes of Another Brick Falls. And I also love the B-side to Anything Is Possible, which is called So Close to Forever. I received that cassette single for Christmas 1990, and I was really excited that we got another new Deb song like that. So the album, I think, is really good, and in wrapping up this video, I'd just like to say, Deborah, congratulations on another major milestone. I consider myself very fortunate and very lucky to have experienced this era and to be able to continue experiencing it and sharing memories and stories with other fans around the world. So I would just say, keep the energy up. I send you lots of love here from Phoenix. And to you and to all my friends around the world, I say, please continue to stay safe and take care. And I hope once things get back to normal, we can see you again on the road sometime soon. So take care. Love you. Bye.
Hi, Deborah. This is Marjorie. I am your North Carolina debhead. First, I want to say thank you for all of the years of putting out good, positive music, and congratulations on the longevity of your career. My personal favorite song off the AIP album is Anything Is Possible, because even though the song is about relationships, what I took from it was that even as a woman, I can do anything I want to in this world. Nothing can hold me back. And so I just wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you for the album, thank you for the song, and happy anniversary, AIP!
Happy 30th anniversary for your Anything Is Possible album, Deborah. This album, such a spectacular album, that I like to think of as my Deserted Island album. The one that if I had to choose one album to listen to for the rest of my life, this would be it. I have so many memories of listening to this music. I particularly remember getting the single for Anything Is Possible, bringing it back to this very room and listening to Anything Is Possible and So Close to Forever over and over again. I couldn't wait to get home from school just to do that. I also loved when One Hand, One Heart came out, doing a very similar thing, and I just absolutely adored The Most Beautiful Love Song, and I couldn't get enough of listening to that track. One of my prized debhead possessions is this Japanese edition of Anything Is Possible. I absolutely adore this collection. I particularly adored the additional picture booklet that it came with, and I've listened to the CD from this box set over and over again so many times. I particularly remember the summer straight after the album came out, and every day I would have listened to the album from beginning to end at least once, if not twice. One Step Ahead, I would have to say, is one of my favourite tracks from this album, if not one of my all-time favourite Debbie Gibson tracks. Still to this day, if I've got an important meeting, or if I've got a challenge coming up in the day, or if I need to have a lot of positive energy, I play this and it really hypes me up to get through what I've got coming ahead of me. You having inspired me to be a musician both as a singer and also a pianist, this is another one of my prized possessions, the piano, vocal and guitar booklet for Anything Is Possible, and I've loved over the years working through the music and playing all the songs that I absolutely love. Happy 30th anniversary for Anything Is Possible. Thank you so much for bringing us this music. It's brought myself, and I know so many other debheads, many years of inspiration and joy. Lots of love, Aussie Bruce.
Hi Debbie, I love all of the songs on AIP, especially the ballads. I am a sucker for a ballad. One day I will say Without You is my favorite, then it's So Close to Forever, One Hand, One Heart. I love all of them. And happy anniversary to you on this very special 30th anniversary. And the song I'm going to do for you is Try. I tried to play it on the keyboard, and this is what happened. Try, why don't we try any harder? Let the good outnumber the bad. Cry, must I cry any longer? Can we try anymore? Am I worth it after all we've shared? Happy anniversary, AIP.
Well, sorry, girls, 'cause there's just one guy I know who could give him that extra thrill. Oh, sweet jealousy, is this revenge of me, who'll be holding him tonight? Yeah, it must have been my boy. It must have been my boy. Yeah. must have been, it must have been my boy. It must have been him that's got him talking. Oh, there's no other. He's the original Romeo. Please, the other boy shows him where to go. Listen up. Keep your hands off. Got it? He's my boy. Got it good. Huh, yeah. And just to see what's going on, so I can see if he really thinks of me. He'd find something different from his logic. What kept it?
Happy anniversary, Anything Is Possible, November 1990. 1990 was the year I turned 13, it was also the year I started high school. So all exciting things in the year 1990. I do remember I had the album on my Christmas list, so I'm pretty sure I got it from Santa that year, and I constantly played it on my Walkman, which I think I still have 30 years later, which is quite ironic. And my favourite songs off the album were It Must Have Been My Boy, Where Have You Been, and also Stand Your Ground. I do remember playing the introduction of Where Have You Been, that beautiful piano instrumental intro, on my desk before I'd start doing my homework, and now 30 years on I still play that introduction but on the steering wheel of my car. So that never gets old, pretending to play the piano, something I've never actually learnt, so there's still time. So Anything Is Possible was, I think, the last album that actually charted in Australia, and basically meant that Debbie was no longer mentioned in the music circles in any of the magazines here in Australia at all. So the only way I could find any information relating to Debbie was via the internet, and back in 1990 it was dial-up. So why we now have much faster internet, and we've come a long way technologically speaking, so thank goodness for that. But still an album I go to listen to, has a lot of dancey poppy tunes, still like the ballads, and yeah, just one of my favourites too. So yeah, happy anniversary, Anything Is Possible.
Everyone tried to put you down. Everyone tried to tell you no. If you've got a dream inside, you're the only one who can know. Don't let nobody own ya. Just someday I'll show ya. Revenge should be nice if inside you pay the price. You know it, and you gotta stand your ground. You earned it, no one cut you down. You try to get what they can. When you're strong, everyone's your friend. Guard the jewel you found. You gotta stand your ground. Yeah, you buddy. Do-do. Do-do. Come on, everybody, clap your hands. Doesn't feel good to take a stand. Music is my only release. Gotta fight for peace. Whether you want for yourself or for others, stand up to your sister brothers. Just do what you wanna do. Know the same is right for you. You know it, and you gotta stand your ground. You earned it, no one can cut you down, 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 down. You try to get what you can. When you're strong, everyone's your friend. You gotta stand your ground.
Anything Is Possible, the song and the album were the soundtrack to a major back surgery that I had when I was 12 years old. Not only did I get to thank Deborah for the inspiration personally, but we've now gotten to the point where we get to call each other friends. Dreams do come true. Happy 30th anniversary AIP. Love, Dina B.
Hey, what's going on, debheads? It's Richie here. Just wanted to stop by and wish everybody an absolutely incredible anniversary of this masterpiece, which is Anything Is Possible. This is one of those albums that you can hear from the beginning to the end, not skipping a track. The musicality of this album is absolutely stunning. The Possibilities tour was absolutely amazing. Choreography by our own Buddy Casamino, which was absolutely stunning choreography. To Deb, I just want to thank you like I always do for bringing us all together through your music throughout all these years. We've really become a family, and that's all thanks to you. Thank you to all the debheads for your love, support, and friendship. This is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Cliffy, for putting this video together. And always remember, like she says, anything is possible. Them vocals, man.
Hey Debbie, it's Rebecca and Grayson. We just wanted to tell you congratulations for 30 years for the Anything Is Possible album. We love that album, and it's just so hard to pick a favorite. Of course, Anything Is Possible is an anthem for me. Whenever I think I can't do something, I put it on and that negativity goes away. And I love Another Brick Falls and One Hand, One Heart. Love them all. But anyway, we just wanted to say hi and just thank you for your music. We love you. And Grayson, you want to tell Debbie anything?
Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Go to pie. Pie, pie, pie. Go to pie. Pie, pie, pie. Pie.
He just made those up, and he still loves the wash your hands songs, and it's helped us out a lot during this corona period of time. And we just thank you for your inspiration.
I just made those up with my head.
He just made this up with his head. So thank you for always inspiring us. We love you, Debbie, and congratulations again. Say congratulations.
Congratulations.
Say bye.
Bye.
Hey Debbie, happy anniversary, happy 30th anniversary for your Anything Is Possible. I love all the songs on that album. My favorites are Anything Is Possible, of course, One Hand, One Heart, Sure, Mood Swings, The So-Called Miracle, and the bonus tracks, of course, So Close to Forever, and The Most Beautiful Love Song. So I love you and all of your music, so thank you. I never really believed that dreams can come true. I never really believed that anything is possible until you. So you've made me believe, so thank you. You're going to achieve all your dreams. You're going to achieve everything you've wanted to. Your dreams will come true, so please believe. And I have set a goal for myself to do a half or full Ironman triathlon within the next 2 years. And I never really believed, I believed it was possible in my mind, but I never believed in my heart it was possible until you. So I now believe it is possible, anything is possible because of you. I love you always and forever. Will you reach for the stars with me? Will you marry me? I love you.
Hello, Debbie Gibson. Happy anniversary to the stunning album Anything Is Possible. And thank you to the songs that you put in the album. They are really great. They're really brilliant songs. And I wish that the album was a hit before in the Billboard. Thank you to the song called Sure. That was a hit before here in the Philippines. I love all the songs. Label and Energy Up, like One Step Ahead, it gives me motivation every day to do a homework, and me as a student living in a high school life and a teenager life got stressed about oh my god, what I am doing in my assignment, you know. But thank you to this another song called Anything Is Possible. I love the lyrics. If you set your mind, and that song gives me think that okay, I can do anything. I can do this. Anything will be possible. Also, the first song that I fell in love in the album was the so-called Miracle. I remember when I've been obsessed on that song, and I repeat it many times before I go to sleep. I play it if I will go to the malls or in school or in any places. I play it and I play it for many times. Maybe at that time of 90s, people didn't prepare about 90s Debbie, but I know that the true fans, the really fans, really like it, like me.
The good protection, but in the end, they let you down. Hold me back, or let me go, but no more middle ground. Boy, you gotta do what you got right. Get on back to the basics of love. We don't need no mindless fun games. A little give and take, push and shove. A little honesty is what I really need. Reverse psychology doesn't work on me. It works my nerves, but I think logically. So don't rehearse what you're gonna say. I like it better the spontaneous way. You got an insecurity, I won't nurse. I don't like sight, so I reverse. Don't you know I've seen it all? Do I feel naive to you? Hit me with anything at all. Just hit me with the truth. Yeah, you can make it. One of these days you'll push my back against the wall. It's too late for tricks of the trade now. I can escape anything at all. A little push and shove, give and take. Reverse psychology doesn't work on me. It works my nerves, but I think logically. So don't rehearse what you're gonna say. I like it better the spontaneous way. You got an insecurity, I won't nurse it. I don't by sight, so I reverse it. Why wait till something better comes along? Why not stay steady and strong? A feeling like it not be far away. You get much further if you do what you mean and feel what you say.
This was the first vinyl I actually bought of Debbie's. I grew up on the Isle of Skye. We had one record store. It didn't really sell much really popular music. I went across one day to Inverness and I managed to pick this up in a record player.
Hey Deb, this is Bruce from Los Angeles area. Wow, Anything Is Possible turns 30. It's such a great album with so many great songs, it's really hard to pick a favorite. But a few of my favorites are One Hand, One Heart, Try, and especially this so-called Miracle, especially the full version that's on the album. The other two songs that I like from that album are the B-side songs, which are called So Close to Forever and The Most Beautiful Love Songs. I think you could have had a couple hits with those two songs if they were released as singles. Two amazing songs from an album with so many great songs that turns 30 that I still enjoy listening to. Congratulations on a great album.
Hi, Deb. Michael McDowell here, editor-publisher, Blitz Magazine, the rock and roll magazine for thinking people, and of course, certified Debhead. Let's take a look at the year 1990. Now, that was an interesting year for music. Country music's new traditionalist movement was front and center in the spotlight, and before you know it, all of the artists that came before it suddenly found themselves scrambling to reinvent themselves because the mainstream media said, it's time to make that inevitable change, and you're going to do it whether you like it or not. So here we go. And that's what a lot of the artists did. They went. So what was an artist to do to survive? Well, we're going to take a look at one artist right now who did just that and flourished in the process. And that artist, of course, is you. Before you know it, you hooked up with Lamont Dozier of Holland Dozier Holland fame. They, of course, did all those fantastic singles for Motown, Invictus, Hot Wax, and all those other labels. And in short order, the two of you put together a fantastic title track for your third album. Following on the heels of Out of the Blue and Electric Youth, you came up with Anything Is Possible. It was an anthem for our times. It was loaded with so many enduring classics that one album couldn't even contain them all. In fact, one of the great songs from those sessions ended up on the B-side of an Atlantic single, So Close to Forever. And there's an original 1990 Atlantic copy. And I've got 3 of them. Oh well. Anyway, as we celebrate this glorious anniversary of that landmark recording, I'm reminded that as the going gets tough and we start thinking in these uncertain times, where do we go? What do we do? You remind us that no matter what happens, anything is possible. Anything, well, you get the idea. Anyway, happy anniversary, and as always, job over the top, extraordinarily well done, Deborah Ann. Love you. Blessings.
Hi Debbie from the UK, I'm Paul. I'd like to say I love Anything Is Possible. It's a fantastic album. Thank you so much for giving us that gem and all of your lovely music throughout the years. Long may it continue. One of my favourite songs on Anything Is Possible album is Sure. I was so sure until I just didn't know anymore. Love that song, love the album. Anything is possible. You made us believe that. Thanks, Debbie. Lots of love to you. Mwah.
Hi, Deborah. It's Helen. Happy 30th birthday to Anything Is Possible. It's a great album and I love all the songs. And I found it years ago in an old HMV shop. There were there's a whole wall full of tapes, and I found the Anything Is Possible album out of all those tapes, and I love all the songs on it. And in those days I went through a bad period of ill health lasting a couple of years, and your album really helped me to get through that period and recover. And I listened to my tape so much that my parents must have been absolutely sick of it. And also I actually wore out parts of the tape, which affected my enjoyment of the songs. But don't worry, because I managed to get hold of the CD. So all was well. And I've just got a little present for you, and I apologise because it's a lot more difficult than it looks to play with one hand and film it with the other, but I'll give it a try. birthday, Anything Is Possible. And thanks to Deborah for all the great songs.
This video is for Debbie Gibson on the anniversary of Anything Is Possible for 30 years. I remember when it came out in 1990, I was on the waiting list for Camelot Music for that album also. And when I got it, I was very excited. I like every song on the album, and I still like every song on the album. And I keep it in my car, and I listen to it all the time. Here's a bit of In His Mind. He says he keeps a journal. I wonder what he writes of me. I suppose by now I should know, but I just can't see. There's a million thoughts always running.
It's hard to be completely mad, broken down and tears, sad and sad. And there's one thing that can change my mind, knowing you're not far behind. You touched something inside of me that's been only touching dreams. I've never felt my happiness and heartache goes to so many extremes. We didn't say what we're supposed to say, we just for ourselves and turned out this way. Didn't know you had, it just crept up and swept me away. But you made me completely mad, broken down tears, sad and sad. In this one.
Whatever did I do to make you not only turn away, but turn oh so far away, never considering turning back? Well, everybody tells me I need time away from you, but you're the only thing in my world, and that's the last thing I'm gonna do. It's gonna take a miracle to bring about the whole thing, give it all with my life.
But turn oh so far away, never considering turning back. I need you to know I'll never smile until we reconcile. I know now that that won't happen. Somehow I'll try and cope, but I just can't get out of my head that glimmer of hope. Oh, everybody
same without you. My whole world revolves around you. And when I called on you, you were always there. Always there. Only a true friend can give me all the joy each day you bring me. I have to tell you, but it's true. Life wouldn't be the same without you. I could turn, I could smile, I could cry for a little while, 'cause I know you'll always put me in my place, in my place. Everything that she brings, a little of everything, but most of all a smile to my face. I've seen a million of them passing through my eyes. Yours stays with me, but I hope you realize life wouldn't be the same without you. My whole world revolves around you, and when I called on you, you were always there, always there. Only a true friend can give me all the joy each day you bring me. I have to tell you, but it's true. Life wouldn't be the same without you.
Thank you guys so much. I can't watch that for too long because it will make me cry. And
I haven't lost what I can't find in you, baby. You know just what to do to make a friendship band turn to a diamond ring. I simply touch your hand and my mood swings. And my favorite background part ever, ain't nothing like a friendship band turn to a diamond ring. I simply Cliffy, Deb here. Hi to all of the Deb heads who are celebrating Anything Is Possible with me today. What an album, because I really was finding my way musically. I was discovering all the different elements of writing and production and all the genres that I loved at the time. I don't think if anyone out there as a music fan had to pick a lane and say, well, I only like country, I only like ballads, I only like pop rock, I only like dance. Who can do that, right? So in a weird way, this was like the music fan in me creating this album, which really just came to me to phrase that way right now. So I want to just play you some bits and pieces of some of my favorites from the album. I always loved Deep Down, I Feel It Burning in My Soul, and it won't let go. I'm losing all control. I feel it, baby, you know it's there, and it is so rare that I sing about a song like this. I feel like if that was released as a single, it could have been a hit. It kind of had the classic DG thing written all over it. And what about lead them home, lead them home, my dreams. You can hear when you discuss whispers and screams. Lead them home, my. I always remember cutting background vocals, and with this album, there were so many great sessions with Fonzie, Thornton, and the gang, and all of that, like, lead them home, lead them home. Like, I can remember being super particular about how those background parts came out, and it was the same on, let's see, oh my God, what key do I do this in? Here we go. It must have been my boy, it must have. Wait, we try that again. Here we go. It must have been my boy, it must have. It must have been my boy. It must have been my boy. It must have been. And I always loved this girl named Genevieve. I know what she's got up her sleeve. Think she could steal him away from me. I just always loved there's this girl named Genevieve. I know what she's got up her sleeve. And of course, Genevieve, that's an impossibility. Let me see. This is a good sentence. I love, you know it, and you gotta stand your ground. You've earned it, and no one can cut you down. They'll try to get what they can. When you're strong, everyone's your friend. Guard the jewels you found. You gotta stand your ground. Everyone will try to put you down. Everyone will try to tell you no. If you've got a dream inside, you're the only one who can know. Don't let nobody own ya. Just say one day I'll show ya. Revenge will sure feel nice if inside you pay the price. You know it, right? I feel like
like that was so much of my message as a young girl, to just say, if there's something precious to you, if that's your integrity, if that's your authenticity, guard that, stand your ground, stand in your power. And Fred Zard did such an incredible job on that song. What a production. I want to play a little bit of your favorite, Cliffy. So here goes. Sure, I was so sure until I just didn't know anymore. Thought no storm would come, and when it came, I had to run, and I'll never be the same. Tears, they come and go so often now. When I think of how hard we tried, it's no one's fault, just like the tide. You never know until it hits you. I remember days out there in the past, bittersweet days, they went so fast. Trying to win them back, it's a losing fight, 'cause we're in love tonight. You apologize for being you, but never justify the things you do. What is it I'm asking for? I only wanna be who I wanna be. God, all I ask of you is to be sure. I was so sure until I just didn't know anymore. Boy, that's high. Boy, it's wordy. I love that song, and I just want to say to you, Cliffy, and to all of the debheads out there who are celebrating this album, this is a true debheads album. You know, I remember the label being so disappointed that it only sold 500,000 copies. And I remember even at that age, not comparing a current success to a past success. I remember thinking, oh my God, I'm this little girl writing songs, and a half a million people possess this song now and can listen to it at any time. I saw that as a victory. I also saw it as a victory because it was such an eclectic group of songs. And I thought, wow, the 500,000 people who have it must really love it. And they're not just jumping on a bandwagon. And that was important to me as well. A couple of memories about this album. I remember Lead Them Home My Dreams. I remember setting up instruments all over our house on Long Island. Like the drummer was in the living room to get all of the acoustics, and people were just everywhere, and wires were running everywhere. And it was just a big, like, experimental, adventurous, expressive, great day. And it was, you know, kind of like a poetic lyric, you know, with the eyes of a tiger and a child's curiosity. I love that line in particular. And what else can I tell you? Of course, the Lamont Dozier songs, going to Lamont's house, and we're hanging out with his wife, we're barbecuing. Oh, by the way, we're cutting some vocals and writing some songs. It was so delicious, and I don't say that just like in honor of the barbecue. It was just a delicious life moment, and Lamont, such a class act. And those writers back at that time didn't always get the financial credit and rewards and the accolades that they deserve. They were kind of like, you know, a lot of, I think those Motown artists and writers were like kind of in a machine. So it kind of in a weird way felt like I was getting to honor who Lamont was and what he meant to our culture as a songwriter, and exposing him to a younger audience, which was so incredible. Listen, it wouldn't be a video about Anything Is Possible without saying, no matter what it is, it's possible. I said, anything is possible. No matter what it is, it's possible. Anything. No matter what it is, it's possible. Sing with me, guys. Anything is possible. No matter what it is, it's possible. I said, anything. Here we go. No matter what it is, it's possible. I said, anything is possible. No matter what it is, it's possible. I said, anything is. No matter what it is, it's possible. I said, oh, anything is possible. No, anything. Thank you all for celebrating 30 years of Anything Is Possible. Love you, Cliffy.